Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today. Today's video is the day before Halloween! Ooh, spooky music is playing. A pumpkin is appearing. Woo. Today, the day you are seeing this video, is the day before Halloween. I'm excited about it. Mainly because, I don't know, Halloween's fun. Brings back the good memories of the childhood times, and I mean, I'm not doing anything fun on Halloween. I will be laying right there behind me on that couch, probably. Possibly eating candy. Yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit with my husband and eat candy on the couch. And those are our exciting plans for Halloween. I don't know, there's just something about Halloween and fall and stuff like that. And it just, as I said, it brings back the good memories of being a kid and having so much fun at Halloween. I would not want to be a kid today with everything going on and with schools, and then now with Halloween, considering if they're gonna go out or not because of, you know, a pandemic that's happening. I don't know if you know about it. There's a pandemic going on. If you didn't know, now you know. Welcome to 2020. When I was a kid, it was just like, we just had a great time walking through the neighborhoods and getting lots of candy, and I got to stay up later those days. And there's always like the church festivals that they would have, like corn mazes, hay rides. What a good time. Honestly, it's just because it's fall and everything in general. But yeah, so today's video, we are gonna be playing with some Halloween items that I have received that I'm so excited about. If you are somewhere around my age, a little older, maybe a little younger, I don't know. People younger than me seem to not really be as into this, but definitely my age and older, I'd say. You know that Halloween time meant Hocus Pocus. The movie Hocus Pocus. What a classic. And now watching it, if I saw it for the first time at 25, it would probably be annoying. But it's just the fact that I remember it coming on Disney Channel like several times during the month of October, you know, Hocus Pocus, Halloween Town. All my people out there, you know what I'm saying? It's those good times. And it's just a fun movie. And so recently, the beginning of this month, I believe, something like that, Colourpop released a collection with Hocus Pocus, and it's so cute. So here I have the Gather Round Sisters palette. Here it is. Look at the cute little artwork on it. Here it is. And I also picked up a lip duo. And look at the packaging. It's so cute. It's so stinking cute. And even the lipstick has spiders like pressed into the lipstick. It's so stinking cute. So that's what we're gonna be playing with today. I'm gonna get a little crazy. Might be throwing on some false lashes, getting a little wild for Halloween. I mean, 'tis the season, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So we'll see how that goes. So that's kind of what we're gonna be doing today. So if it is your first time here, welcome. Thank you so much for coming to hang out. You might have just clicked on this video because you saw this palette was being featured, but I'm okay with that. Anyway, if you haven't already subscribed, please make sure you subscribe to this channel, that you push the little push notifications bell so that you can be notified when we upload videos every week. And make sure that you're following me on social media, which is popping up right here below me. And let's get started. All right, so today we actually are gonna start out with eyes because, okay, so here's the palette. I don't know what I want to do. I've swatched this palette. I haven't really put it on my eyes yet though. Wow, the colors look so vibrant in the monitor here. I just don't know which way to go. I really kind of want to go pretty dark and want to use this really deep, cool toned brown shimmer, possibly all over my lid, but I also would want to use this beautiful green, and also the purples are really pretty. But also keeping in mind that I am putting on a red lipstick. And I'm okay with like it not super matching because it's Halloween, we're just having a fun time. But also there's this glitter here that's really pretty. I don't know. So we're just gonna kind of hop into it. Oh, before we kind of get started, I wanted to talk a little bit about this palette. It is so stinking cute. The names, okay. As someone who watched Hocus Pocus, I think probably every year, the names in this are so stinking funny. So we have A nice green row here for Winifred because she wears green. We have a nice purple row here for Mary, who wears a lot of purple. And then we have this burgundy reddish row here that is for Sarah. So I really love how it's themed. And then we just have some neutrals on the sides here, which is cute, and some neutrals up top. So it's like neutrals up top and on the sides, and then in the middle they have the colors coordinating with each sister, which is so cute. And the names are so cute. I'll just read you some of them. Let's see, On Toast. So cute. I Call It a Bus. Goodbye Cruel World. Bewitched. Yabos. There's a shade called Thackeray Binks. Dead Man's Toe. Tis Firm. They're all very witchy focused, super fun. I love it. I don't know, my tendency is obviously to go towards these colors, but I feel like I want to do a really deep smoky eye. We'll kind of just figure it out as we go, you know what I'm saying? So we have, let's see, how many mattes are in here? 6 mattes. And then Colourpop has a formula, which is a matte that has some shimmer running through it. So there's one there, one there, one there. There's 3 of those, but the thing about them is why I really don't mind them, is they do look pretty packed on the lid, so you can see the glitter in them, but also like when you put a blending brush into it and tap it off, the glitter pretty much all taps off. So it pretty much is just a matte if you wanted to use it that way. And we have some nice shimmer metallic formulas in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 1 pressed glitter. Before I kind of go into the eyes, I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit of primer on my face just to hydrate my face while we're doing this, because as you can see, I'm a little dry here on the sides of my mouth from my eczema. So I am gonna use, it's the primer that I used in my trying new makeup video, something like that. It'll be up here. But this is the GLASSY Skin Balm by Touch in Sol. But yeah, you guys know I tried this out and I really enjoyed it. I'm really just gonna tap it on my super dry spots, which is, you know, right to my mouth. So that can be sinking in while we do our eyes. Because I am gonna do my eyes first today. I'm not even gonna put on foundation first or anything. I usually do foundation, then eyes, then concealer. But I'm gonna do this first because I think that I do wanna use this really dark shimmer. And since I'm using such dark colors, possibly even the black, I don't wanna risk any dark fallout getting onto my foundation, and then I'd have to fix that and it'd be a whole thing. It'd be really annoying, and we're just gonna avoid it. I'm gonna prime my eyelids with the Mario Master Eye Prep and Set. This is the shade Light. You guys have seen this before a couple times on my channel now. The 2 primer shades here and then a translucent powder at the bottom. So I'm just gonna use a little flat brush. Actually, I think I might use my fingers. Just get into this. I'm just gonna mix between the 2. So I just applied that and I'm gonna blend it a little bit further with a brush. Oh, by the way, before filming, or just really at the beginning of the day, I threw in a tinted eyebrow gel into my eyebrows, which is why my eyebrows look better than they normally do without anything in them, because they have product in them. So there's that primer. It's very light, which I don't mind because that does really help enhance colorful eyeshadows. It shows off the pigmentation a bit more. Okay, I'm just gonna take the translucent powder in the bottom of this palette here on a big fluffy brush and just set them in. That is the eyes prepped. So to start, let's see. I think I'm gonna start by just mixing between this pale shade here, maybe this one, and I might add in a bit of this warm brown shade as well. So that is Full Moon, Hello Salem, and On Toast. I'm gonna start out by mixing Full Moon and Hello Salem on that same big fluffy brush, and just very lightly put that into my crease transition area. I just want it to be very light. Yeah, you can see there's just a subtle difference. I will say, with these shadows, there's quite a bit of kick up when I just tap in with my brush. So that's something to keep in mind if you have an issue with that. I personally don't. It just means that they're softly pressed. Not a super big deal to me. I am just barely touching my brush to my skin, honestly. Going back in on the other side, building that color up a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go into On Toast with a little bit more of a precise blending brush, really tapping that off. I'm trying to put out the lightest amount of pigment on this that I can, so I can just slowly build it up. Colourpop shadows are so pigmented. And I'm just starting that on my outer corners. You see how much pigment that is, even though I tapped it off. And I'm just gonna lightly pull that into my crease. And I'm gonna go back in with that first brush that I used, not adding any product to it, but just to blend those first 2 crease shades together. I just really want it to be a very seamless gradient. I'm gonna start going into some deeper colors, and I just feel like, I don't know which I'm gonna go into, either this one or this one. These 2 deep shades. This one is Come Little Children and this one is Coven. And they are both matte with glitter running through them, as you can see, but you'll see in a minute. I'm really gonna not tap it off a ton, but when I do tap my brush off after I put the pigment onto it, it does take off most of the glitter, but I kind of want to keep some of it, so I don't know. The main thing is that Come Little Children is a little bit more cooler toned over here, and then this one is a bit more warmer toned. I think I'm gonna go a little bit warmer, so I think I'm gonna go into Coven. I'm gonna see how it looks and kind of decide from there. Taking that onto a flat packing brush, and I'm just gonna start tapping that onto the outer corner and outer part of my lid, slowly bringing it in. And I will say Colourpop formula does vary a bit palette to palette, but generally they are very good, but really they vary based on how much kick up you might get per palette. This one has a lot more kick up than some of my other ones, I will say. So this palette is actually sold out right now. It literally sold out the day it launched, but they are gonna be doing a restock. So if you are interested in checking it out, I think it's a great palette for fall, honestly. It's a great neutral palette that has lots of pops of colors, so it has a lot of nice variety in it. But if you are interested, you can definitely just check out Colourpop, their Instagram page, and they usually update of when they're restocking. And I'm sure they will with this collection because it literally sold out within minutes. So I am happy with how that is looking. I'm gonna go back in with this blending brush here and just go into the crease a bit. I'm actually gonna add a bit of On Toast again to the brush and go back into the crease. And I'm mainly focusing on the outer corner of my crease, honestly, like I'm lying to you. I'm lying about what color I'm putting into my crease. Okay, I'm gonna go back in again with the first fluffy brush that I used and go back over the very top of the crease. We're just trying to keep it nice and blended. Keep a really nice gradient going here. I think what I'm gonna do is take a even more precise crease brush right here and take that same Coven shade and lightly go into my outer crease here with that shade to just give it some nice depth, but in a really precise way. And I'm gonna look more straight ahead into my mirror to get a more accurate picture of what it's gonna look like when my eyes are normal, because I do have hooded lids. I think I am happy with that. So now the question is what shimmer do I go in with? I am torn a little bit between the green shimmer here, the dark cool tone brown shimmer, and then the gold glitter. Let me swatch them on my fingers. This is how I decide lid colors often, is I will literally like put it on my finger, hold it up, ooh, ooh, and see how that dark shimmer has like some gold shift to it. Oh, it's so pretty. Yeah, so this one is Yabo's. Yeah, this green one's Yabo's. This dark one is Goodbye Cruel World, and then this is the glitter called Brew Potion. Guys, what direction do I want to go in? I feel like I'm boring by just putting like one of the neutrals on here. I feel like I should put the color on. So what I think I'm gonna do is use the dark shimmer Goodbye Cruel World on my lid. I think on my lower lash line, I think I'm gonna do like green on my lower lash line. That could be exciting. Let's do that. So I am gonna pick up that Goodbye Cruel World shade on my finger, and I'm gonna start by just pressing this on with my finger. Ooh, so dark, wow, okay. I'm gonna take that on the flat brush. I'm gonna take my setting spray, spray the brush. I'm gonna apply that, another layer of this to my lid to get a more precise application, and obviously, as you guys know, to increase the intensity of it. Ooh, that's nice. Okay, let me go back in with Coven Precise Fluffy Brush and go into my crease to blend that dark shimmer out. Getting crazy. This looks so messy. Gonna have to really fix that up. Go back into the first brush I used and go over the edges So like this messy edge here, and then this mess over here. And on that brush, I'm gonna take the shade Full Moon, which is that pale cream shade, and I'm gonna go over the edges of that just to add some lightness back to it. How are we feeling about this? I don't know. Going in with On Toast, I'm kind of just going back in with the previous shades that I've used on previous brushes to define the crease a bit more, so I can kind of decide where I want to go from here, honestly. Should I maybe layer another shimmer? What about if I put the green? I'm just gonna tap it on there and see what I think, and we might go back over it. And oh, I like that. I like that, okay. Or the purple. Okay, I think I'm gonna do green. And I'm gonna go in with this really tiny flat brush. I'm gonna do what I do, take some of that green onto it, spray it down. Got a nice small brush so that I can apply it pretty precisely. And I'm mainly gonna focus that in the center. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, and I'm getting so much fallout below my eyes from this dark shadow. So I'm very glad that I did not put on my foundation yet. Ooh, okay, so I've just wiped off the fallout from underneath. I'm gonna take this with it has a little bit of On Toast on it. I'm just gonna blend over the crease one more time. That is the upper lash line, you guys. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. What am I saying? You know what? You know what? I'm gonna get a little crazy. And I don't know what's coming over me right now, but I am gonna take a pencil brush. Yeah, we'll do this large pencil brush, super dense. And I'm gonna go into this black shade called, I call it a bus. And it does have shimmer running through it, so I'm just gonna tap off the brush and most of that pigment's gonna come off. And I'm just gonna take this on the outer corner and kind of use that on the lash line because I am gonna throw some liner on. So I'm kind of gonna use this as like a preliminary liner to like go ahead and have the smoke out. Wow, that's so dark. Have the smoked out effect that I want for my liner. So I'm just gonna do that on each eye. And then I'm gonna go in with that small blending brush that I've already used and go back into Coven and just use that to very, very, very lightly blend the black out. Yeah, I think that just added a level of drama that we needed. Okay, let me throw a little bit of liner on. This is just a black liquid liner, nothing special. And I don't know that I'm gonna do a wing. I'm just gonna kind of line the lash line. Okay. I know that this wing looks pretty dramatic right now, but I am gonna put on lashes. I think that it'll help balance that out pretty nicely. So just a nice little black wing. I'm really not good at wings, but you know, I attempt. I try. So I am gonna put on lashes. I never do this, so we'll see if I'm any good at it, honestly. But first, I am gonna put on a layer of mascara. I am just throwing on, this is just the Benefit Roller Lash Mascara. Super classic mascara. It's a really dependable mascara for me. I'm back, and my ear is red. I took a potty break and called my husband, and I have my phone on my ear, so you know. Now my ear is red for some reason. I guess because the phone is warm, so my ear warms up. It doesn't hurt or anything, it's just red. So we'll just ignore that for now. I was just going to put some lashes on these eyeballs. Are my wings even? No. Are my eyes really even? Also no, but that's fine. It'll look much better when I have the lashes on and everything else. Okay, so for lashes, I am just gonna be putting on the Ardell Demi Wispies. Ardell lashes can be found pretty much anywhere. So I'm just gonna take a pair off and I am gonna trim them because they are pretty long. Just small amount of trim. I'm gonna do this one at a time, very calmly. I'm gonna apply another layer of mascara first of all, because you guys know I like to build it up. I don't recommend putting on more mascara after you've applied lashes because if you're really trying to get volume to them, wiggle them up, and that can definitely remove the lash and lift it up. So, and I am mainly focusing on the inner corner because that's pretty much where you're mainly gonna see my real lashes. It's lash time and I'm scared. Okay, so I'm gonna apply the right one first. Let me get out my tweezers because I find it helpful to use the tweezers to help me place them. I'm gonna take my little duo lash glue apply some. Now I'm gonna wait for this to dry down a lot. I'm gonna look at all the redness on my face and how many zits I've got going on my face. What a great time. These are the days that just putting on makeup can really make a difference in the way you feel. I don't know, some days, you know, you have crappy skin days and it just makes you feel a little bit gross or whatever. And often that happens around, you know, your time of the month or whatever, and it just makes you feel like crap. And so putting on a little makeup can really just makes a difference, you know. While that's drying, I'm gonna put on a little bit more. The primer that I've already put on, I'm gonna put it on underneath my eyes where I wiped it off from cleaning up from my eyeshadow, because y'all, my under eyes, they stay dry. I'm happy with that. Right lash going on. The glue is still dry in there, so I'm gonna go ahead and put some glue on the other one. Wow, this is so heavy on my eye. Wow. Looking at the difference between my eyes. That's crazy. I feel insane. Yeah, I feel pretty crazy. Look at that. It is me with fake lashes on. Let me, let's freaking put on some foundation, huh? Okay, so Stayford foundation. I'm gonna be mixing, big surprise, I know. I'm gonna go ahead and mix my Oma Beauty Say What Weightless Soft Matte Hydrating Foundation with my, Sephora Clean Glowing Skin Foundation. Mix these two. And yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do. This is gonna be a pretty full coverage moment because I feel like it's pretty necessary with this dramatic of a look. I'm gonna initially apply this with my usual flat foundation brush. Wow, this is a lot of foundation. Okay, I definitely mixed up too much, but you know, we work with what we got. Wow, what a mask. Okay, let me go ahead and start blending this out with my sponge because I feel like this is so much foundation. Whoa, you guys, what a full coverage moment we are having today. If you're a person like me who really enjoys the light coverage life, I don't obviously usually apply full coverage foundations super regularly, and definitely not to this extent. I usually sheer them out even if I'm applying higher coverage, but and like it obviously matches me, but it's just times like these when I realize how pale I am. And truly I am this pale. It's just the truth. And I feel like honestly it's probably a lot of the fact that I have such dark eyes on right now as well, so the contrast is pretty intense. You guys know I don't ever skimp on that bronzer. Okay. Well, this is a full coverage mask we have got here. I haven't had this much foundation on in a long time. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and go in with concealer. I'm gonna apply my BECCA Under Eye Brightening Corrector first into my inner corner, into the darkest part of my under eye, and to the outer corners here, where I also have a lot of redness. So that's that. Ooh. It's all the way over there now. Yep, that's all of that we're getting. Okay, I'm gonna blend this out with my finger. Okay, that's good enough for that. Now I'm gonna go in with a super high coverage concealer as well. This is the Essential High Coverage Liquid Concealer from Jouer. I have the shade In Case You Care Custard. This is probably, let me think. I think this is the most full coverage concealer that I own. Take some dots there, a dot on the outer corner. And I'm just gonna take my sponge and start blending this on my under eye. Honestly, I kind of feel like this look for me is like an alter ego I have. Obviously this is not my everyday situation, or even my glam situation isn't even quite this full coverage, honestly. It is really fun to be super full coverage and flawless and like have the lashes on with the whole wing and dark smoky eye. I'm wearing green, which is not something I normally wear. So it does feel, what a mask! Oh my Lord. Who is she? I don't know who she is. Not me, not me. We'll call her my alter ego. My husband likes to say when I do something that isn't like super common for me. Like lately I've been wearing a lot more cool toned clothing and makeup and things like that, which I plan to do a video on soon. But whenever I do that, he's like, oh, is this Maddie? Because I don't ever go by Maddie since I was a kid. But so it's like Maddie is my alter ego. Like this is the other version of me that sneaks out sometimes. So I'm sure when he comes home in just a few minutes, he's gonna walk in the door and be like, Maddie, is that you? Yeah, I'm going full Maddie today, I think. Like we're just going full alter ego, not my normal. I'm gonna go ahead and fill in my brows with my M Cosmetics brow pencil. Now I'm gonna go in with this, which I don't know if I've showed this on my channel before. If I have, I just don't remember. But I love using this as a brow gel. This is the Got to Be Glued Styling Spiking Glue. This is basically a hair gel. This is a travel size of it. I love to use this as a clear brow gel because it is cement in your brows. They will not move, and you literally just need the smallest little baby amount. And I just take it on my little spoolie, tap it in. I'm just gonna stick my brows up with this. So that is the brows. Let's go ahead and get into the lower lash line, huh? This is gonna be a fun time. Actually, let me set my under eyes first. I know I'm gonna put a lot more powder on than I normally would. What can I say? Maddie's come out to play. I'm gonna use this powder. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Finish Setting Powder. This is the shade 1 Fair. It's just a pressed setting powder. I'm gonna use that to set in my face. Honestly, I'm still kind of being Madison at this point because I am tapping my brush off and just lightly dusting this because I don't want it to look cakey or like there's too much product on my face. Okay, so I'm set with powder. I don't know who I am, but okay, I'm gonna go back into the palette and I'm gonna do something on the lower lash line. The real question is what? Should I just do the greens on my lower lash line, you think? I'm gonna take this pinched fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with Hello Salem and On Toast to really smoke out my lower lash line. And I'm gonna take this opportunity while I'm thinking about eyeshadow to blend out my crease onto my foundation a bit, just to give it that nice gradient. Yeah, that's better. So that it kind of blends into my bronzer and things when I have that all on. So that's that. I'm gonna go in with my little teeny pinched pencil brush and I'm gonna go in, honestly, you guys, let's just see what Bewitched, this matte purple, would look like. Honestly, we're just gonna do it and hope that it works, truly. And I'm gonna keep this focused much closer to my lash line. Yeah, I think I like that. Okay. That's fun. Especially that I'm wearing lashes and a wing. Michael's getting home, hang on. So we have that matte purple applied to the lower lash line. I'm just gonna blend that out a bit more with the same brush that we used with the browns. I'm actually going to apply this eyeliner. This is the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. This is the shade Vice. It's purple. It's a deep purple. I'm gonna apply this to my waterline, actually. I've done this in forever. Look at that. Okay, wow, look at the difference that made. Yeah, just this on the water, on my lower waterline. Ooh, I like that. Okay, so that's it for the palette. I honestly enjoyed this even more than I thought I was going to. It's pretty exciting. Okay. And I don't think I'm gonna use, they do have an inner corner highlight shade in here, which is the silver, but I don't think I wanna use a silver today. I wanna use just I'll just use the highlighter that I'm using on my face today. These eyes are so fun. Ooh. Oh, I was gonna put on a little bit of lower lash mascara if I can, just to balance out the lashes up top. Okay, so I did that. It did make a huge difference, but just a small one just to make it look a little bit more balanced, I think. You know what? This eyeliner almost looks blue. Yeah, I don't like that. Let me just go over this eyeliner with the black shadow from the palette. Okay, that's better. Wow, so that is everything for the eyes. Okay, let's do some bronzing and some contouring. So I am gonna start out with using a really light bronzer. This is from Fenty Beauty. This is the powder bronzer. I know I often use their cream bronzer, but this is also their powder bronzer I really enjoy. This is the shade Into Sun. It's the lightest shade. It's a very pale shade. It's honestly my favorite winter bronzer. But I just felt like if I'm really trying to be like Winifred Sanderson, they're not wearing a ton of bronzer. So I guess that means I shouldn't put on as much bronzer, but I am gonna put on a lot of contour, so that should balance it out. I don't know, we'll see. Just gonna start lightly bronzing my face with this. Okay, so that is the bronzer applied, and now I'm gonna go in with contour. This is the KVD Vegan Beauty Shade and Light Contour Duo. So it just has a contour shade and a setting powder shade, brightening shade, whatever. This is the lightest shade. It's very, very light, but it's a very, very cool toned shadow color. So I'm just gonna use this to contour the heck out of my face. Really carve out them cheekbones. As you guys know, I start out at the very top of my ear. Just, my ear is still really red, so weird. Starting out at the top of my ear and just taking it along my cheekbone, but I'm really hitting at my cheekbone, so I lift up my face a bit. And I'm gonna go along the sides of my nose, very, very lightly. Let's see, I'm gonna go along my jawbone here, really shorten that chin. What I like to do after I contour the heck out of my face, Lord, is go back in with my bronzer brush and just go over it really lightly to just soften it. Makes it a little bit more natural. Yeah, big difference, definitely. Now that my lashes are like, they've been dry, but they're really, really dry, I'm gonna go in with my eyelash curler and attempt to fit these freaking huge lashes into this curler. I cannot literally get these lashes into my curler. That is how huge they are. And I'm lightly pulsing so that my real lashes and these fake ones kind of meld together a bit more. Also, holy crap, that just curled the heck out of them. They're so curled now. Okay, so now I'm gonna go into my highlighter. This is just the, it's the NARS powder highlighter in the shade Port de France. I clearly love this highlighter. I use it a lot. It's definitely one of the best powder highlights out there. And I'm just gonna take this on a pretty big brush and just start buffing this onto my skin. Wow. And I know that I'm highlighting that right there, but honestly, I just don't care right now. I really love the NARS highlights. They are just so soft. They give me, honestly, obviously they're like, you can see it, it's blinding, but it's not like glittery. It's just a very finely milled, soft powder. And when I set my face down with setting spray, it really melts in and just looks like my skin is like so glowy. It's just, it's so pretty. And I kind of am just being pretty liberal with this. I'm putting on a lot because, as we know, it's alter ego day, apparently. Now for blush, I just kind of picked out a super nude blush because I didn't really know what colors I was gonna pick. So this is the Hourglass Ambient Strobe Lighting Blush, and this is the shade Brilliant Nude. It's just, as you guys can see, it's a nude blush. I'm gonna take my little blush brush, load my brush up with that. And this is a glowy blush as well. I didn't want a ton of like rosy color on my cheeks today. Love that blush. I think I am gonna go ahead and set down my face with a spray. This is the Fenty Beauty What It Do makeup setting spray. It's a very fine mist, really love this spray. And the final touch is the lip products that I showed you guys in the beginning. Now, these are also from the Hocus Pocus collection. They have 3 lip duos with this. I got the Winnie duo. They're all reds because they do wear red in the movie. They all wear different shades of red. So this one, I think it's really just a true blue undertoned red, honestly. So I'm gonna go in with the liner first, which I love that they came with a liner. So, and I love Colourpop liners, honestly. They're really nice. Okay, that's the liner, and I'm gonna go in with the lipstick now. Wow. Yeah, this is definitely the brightest of the orange shades, I believe. There's like a really deep one, a much more blue toned one, and this one which has a hint of orange to it. That's the lipstick. This looks pretty intense with this eye look, but it's Halloween look. It's supposed to be fun. So I was thinking about applying maybe a clear gloss to this. It is a cream finish. So I think I am gonna apply a little bit of this clear gloss. This is from Tower 28. And I'm gonna apply it to the back of my hand and put it on my lips because I don't wanna get red lipstick into this tube. Oh yeah, definitely not practical for long wear purposes, but I think it looks cool. Okay, well this is a really cool look. I like it a lot. Honestly, I think it'd be a really fun look to wear to like a Halloween party if I was going to one, which I'm not, but you know, if I was, this would be a fun look to wear, especially with the green and the purple. Personally, I would probably put like a brown lip with it instead of the red if I was wearing this out to a party, but red lip is fun too. And I just really wanted to use the collection all together. So that is all for me today. We had some fun turning me into my alter ego, Maddie. She's a full coverage lash wearing girl. She's everything that I'm not. I was gonna fix my hair, but you know what? I don't have time for that. Okay, so thank you guys for being here for this video, for watching it, probably because this video is gonna be really, really long. So thank you if you actually made it to this point. I am impressed with you. You are a real one, the realist. I mentioned everything else in the beginning that I'm thinking of right now, so that's that. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and you guys already know all the information about that because I mentioned it in the beginning of the video. Check out the rest of the videos on my channel if you're feeling like it, if you're just like hopping onto this channel like, hey, she's wearing some crazy makeup, I wanted to see what's going on, and like, she's kind of cool, I guess. I don't know, I'd like to hang out with me, be friends with me. If you want to do that, maybe you should watch some of my other videos and see what you think, see if you like hanging out here. And then you can subscribe and be here every week. Be here every week with me, hanging out, and sometimes other people. Sometimes my husband.
Like me.
Who is unfortunately here right now.
Unfortunately.
Who's supposed to be not speaking right now. Thank you guys so much for being here today. I appreciate it, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!